Hey, what is up? How you guys doing? Thanks for checking out this channel video. Any support for the channel is awesome. So lately, yeah, this is going to be a windy video, but lately I've been having issues with the chickens and I'm having issues now with the garden. It's just problems after problems after problems. It's been windy lately. We've gotten some storms come through. Today is 25-mile-an-hour gust with about 20-mile-an-hour sustained between 18 and 20 miles an hour. It's just windy here, so I'm going to apologize about the wind ahead of time. I'm in my garage, but I have to go address my garden today, so it ain't going to be easy. I might be just 2 steps backwards, 1 forward, 2 steps backwards. I don't know, but got to address it. The wind is just ripping everything up, so I haven't really gotten to take a close look at it, but I need to address this situation, and it's going to be hard work. It's going to be fighting a headwind literally the whole time, so let's go see what we're looking at. I'm going to be looking at it for the first time too, so we'll see what I'm dealing with. Yeah, look at all the feathers. It's just been a massacre. Absolute massacre. Look at this crap. Jeez, man. So yeah, the tarp completely blew off all my soil. Starting to see lots of weeds. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but weeds are starting to grow. Now this part's looking okay. I've got soil in some of these. It's definitely settled, but the rest of it, everything is ripped up. That planter is one of the last ones actually in place. These all got pushed together. My sprinkler got knocked down. Even the cardboard's kind of messed up. Yeah. Not a whole lot of wind has done all this damage. This is all supposed to be covered over here. I got one little square kind of over in this area that's going to be for corn that I didn't have covered up, but what's wrapped around my tiller over there was actually covering up the corn just to make sure nothing really grows. So even coming up over here, it's completely split it. Yeah, damn it. Came out here, it was this way the other day. Went through, re-ran all the weed fabric, tacked it all back down, lined it all back up, made sure everything was symmetrical, put the planters back in their place, all for nothing. All for nothing. All right, yeah, it's gonna be windy. I apologize, I'll try to talk kind of loud. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to do a couple planters. It kills my back. It's 3 wheelbarrows full. I gotta shovel it in the wheelbarrow, shovel it out of the wheelbarrow to fill 1 planter. So it's kind of like twice the work. I kind of wish I would have done this a little bit different, but I'm just gonna have to put in the manual labor, suck it up and get this shit done, because yeah, it's not gonna get any better. It's gonna be windy till about September. There are very few breaks in the wind here. There's very few breaks in dry ground. It's gonna be muddy. It's muddy at least till August on our property. I don't know why. It's got to have to do with the clay content or something like that, but it is constantly muddy. I live on a swamp. I'm the only swamp in the neighborhood apparently, but it's the way it is. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this and start trying to make a difference. I don't know, sucks. Solid mud underneath the weed barrier. So the whole idea of having it kind of destroyed, but got it straightened out kind of for the most part. Going all the way down, I'm gonna have to fix it on the far end of it, but at least this is decent. And that is gonna allow me to get the wheelbarrow going, start getting some soil, and get a little weight on the perimeter. I need to do the perimeter and get the corners basically tagged down with a little bit of weight in the middle. Because I think what the problem is with the wind, it's aerodynamics. The wind is going over the top of it and lifting it. So it's pulling it from the edges, lifting it, and then once it breaks, it flies in the wind. So that's what I'm gonna try. I've even got big camping spikes like this, almost as round as a dime. The head's about as round as a dime. They're pulling up. Everything is pulling up with the wind. So I gotta get some weight on this. It's about the only thing I can think. Noticing the amount of soil that I have in my planters has gone way down as the rain set in, and it's settled. So I'm gonna have to add quite a bit to it. So it's gonna be about 4 wheelbarrows per planter. And I got a lot to go. I got a lot of soil. I wanna get it in and hopefully get it covered until I plant. I've got extra weed barrier, so I can maybe throw some rocks in it or something just to keep the weeds down. Because this is right next to a gigantic field that seeds and grass seeds are gonna fly freely. Weeds, all that stuff is going to be in here. Yeah, it caught my eye. I've got 2 more kill spots for chickens right on the outside of the garden right here. What the hell, man? Things aren't going too good. Got to work at it. I'm going to try to solve some problems here. This is step 1. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, that's black, and it smells like swamp. It's rotten. It's rotten. So hopefully I don't have a lot of this, but I'm gonna have to act on it pretty quickly. This is 1, 4 per planter. Let's go. Ugh. So I actually have a couple of them filled up by now. Right now, my back is killing me. Yeah, I don't know how many shovels full per raised bed, but it's a lot. My arm's burning. I've tried switching hands, but I just naturally go back to the hand that I normally use. So I've got 1 completely full for 4, and that's 5 wheelbarrows right there. Shoveling each one. I did notice I went and got a spade shovel. That made a big difference on getting everything out, because it was almost impossible to get out of the wheelbarrow. All these others that I filled up in the past, I was using the flat edge, the scooper kind of, and yeah, that sucked. That was a pain in the butt, so that made it a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take a break. It's rest my back a little bit, but I'm gonna have to keep on this, definitely. So I don't know how it's gonna work with the wind, but I see a lot of dog tracks, and I actually see a constant flow of traffic that I think is a freaking dog, because that's gonna suck, because I don't want to do anything to a dog, but that is probably what's killing my chickens, and it is probably the neighbor's dog. So I blocked this off. I just have a T-post fastener up here and I staked down the bottom with a few stakes. I'm actually gonna grab a couple more. That ground is like butter soft. It's like using pudding for foundation. It ain't good. Same problem I have with my foundation in my house. So I already see it. If you can see back here, it's gonna be hard. The whole thing is lifting up right now. Straightened it up a little bit, but it's gonna start throwing the planters. Yeah, it's got a lot. Where I showed you the split in it before, it's probably gonna pop, split more, and then throw the whole thing over. So we'll see when I come out tomorrow. I'm expecting to be highly disappointed, but let's get out of the wind and get cleaned up, take a little break. Actually, just now that I'm thinking about it, this goes all the way out through the garden and everything. I just saw I missed that one. I'm gonna try to close the other end of the garden off. This is my other chicken coop. And this is a fence right here. Kind of a makeshift gate. And really, I mean, it's just the fence. I never made the gate. So it's just the fence left over. Get a little light on me, but hey, I got sun, but the wind's gonna be a little bit worse. So I'm gonna close up the other one. And also, I have a gate right here. I'm gonna go ahead and close that gate. So I'm gonna block off 3 ways of entrance to this chicken coop, which is where most of them are getting taken. They haven't gotten to the other side yet, but if they do decide to come through this corridor of the garden, coop 3, coop 2, trying to get to coop 1, they're either gonna have to go all the way around, which I already spooked the dog off of that once. It was coming down the side of my fence line, just, hey, yelled at him, and he kind of froze, turned around and bailed off. I don't know, might have to give some warning shots. I was thinking about getting some light bird shot and maybe put it in the ground next to him or something so he relates a noise with movement. I'm not gonna shoot the dog, but I gotta spook him off. And the sad thing is, if it is the dog, I know the people that own it, they're not gonna do shit. They've had many personal complaints, human to human, and they could care less about anybody's worries, problems, concerns. They party, they got big boom bass systems in their pickup trucks. They're douches, all right? So are they gonna comply to me talking to them about their dog causing me problems? They don't care. So right off the bat, if this is the case, which I don't know it is, we got foxes, coyotes, all kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna have to take care of it myself as nice and humanely as I can. I'm not gonna take the dog, but I'm gonna do my best to deter it the best I can. So it doesn't like coming on my property. It does not like coming to my chicken coops. So anyway, not really about the chicken coops. Really wanted to address the garden, and the wind has actually calmed down a little bit. Look at that, I can talk normal without yelling, but that's gonna be short-lived. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna get a vape. I'm gonna get a nice tall glass of sweet tea and chillax for a little bit. I am going to go ahead and close it off here. It's sad, I'm looking at all these feathers everywhere. I'm gonna close it off here. So that's what's going on. I'm gonna keep working on it. Maybe I'll give an update on where it's at and how it's holding down. I still have a greenhouse to build. I got my greenhouse. It's sitting in the box. That'll be another video, but I'd like to get that up too. That's gonna put maybe a little bit of weight down on it, but I could also see some air getting up under that weed barrier and flipping the whole damn thing over. I know you have to build a base for it. It's a 10 by 12, little heavier duty, hard panels, hard poly. It's not the soft shell one, it's actual hard panels. So yeah, hopefully that'll stay down and it's not all the Wizard of Oz floating around a tornado someday. But anyway, again, I'll leave it with that. Thanks for checking out this video. Any Support for the channel is awesome. Welcome to Bluefoot Homestead. I don't know if I got that in the beginning. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.